Here we
How
are.
are you? Oh, here we are.
Where's your little mate?
Where's Rankin? Well, I rang him up and said, get up here. And he said, I've got to go.
He's the one to make us laugh.
Good to see you again. Yeah, terrific.
Firstly, I would like to welcome David Williamson to Bairnsdale again. Just a little bit of history to people who probably don't know David really well. David came from Melbourne originally, but he spent some of his young years here in Bairnsdale when his father was working at the State Savings Bank. And he went to our Bairnsdale High School. Now, David, one thing we always pick up on in Bairnsdale, if anyone's ever successful in life and they went to school in Bairnsdale, we always take the credit for their education.
That's right.
There's not a real lot I can say, David. Probably one downfall. You're a Collingwood supporter, I believe. Now, that probably accounts for the club.
Good on you.
But we won't hold that against you.
When I was here at Bairnsdale High, I remember my first experience with literary bohemianism was that our town librarian, Mr. Hill Porter, who we were terrified of, we go into the library and he said, can I help you, dear boy? And we said, no, Mr. Porter, no. He had his odd heterosexual moments because we... one night, putting my tuba in the back room for the band dinner, there was Miss Barling, our history teacher, entwined. She wasn't particularly fussy, but she was a delightful teacher. I still have one vivid mental picture of Solly Elvin gravitating. He was transfixed by Miss Barling. He used to wear these slinky sort of... it was like he was mesmerised. He went out to her and started brushing chalk off her breast. Solly is now a reputable citizen of the town. Ray Elvin, yeah. I came up to the school when I was about 11 years old and went straight into the second form as a city boy coming up to the country. I was a bit of a know-all, showed off a bit too much, answered too many questions in class, and my classmates took me aside and told me to shut up and be normal. And I was normal, and from then on, and I turned into a bit of a larrikin. I used to enjoy disrupting and being bad in school. So I was fairly quickly accepted and fairly quickly became one of the ringleaders of class dissension and made life difficult for some of the teachers. But I did enjoy the whole process, even if they didn't. I think the only really painful thing for me about those years, and perhaps the reason why I turned into a bit of a show-off and a larrikin, was to compensate for the awkwardness I felt about being overly tall. I mean, I was my present height at the age of 15.5, which is very excessive in a country town, not to mention a country high school, and I got mercilessly teased. And I thought that even though I lusted after the beautiful women in our class and in our school, I thought none of them would ever show any interest in this strange youth who was nearly 2 foot taller than they were.